What's good, my G's? Your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers in the house. How you doing? How you living? How you gaming? Of course, you already know G stands for Gamers. Shout out to everybody coming to this video for the first time. You're discovering us. I say us as in we, meaning this is a team channel. Your boy Snow, the PlayStation resident gamer. That's who I am. Then you got my boy RZA, Uncle RZA as we call him around these parks. That's the Microsoft whore. Don't tell him I said that. In fact, I don't care if you tell him I say that. And for everybody else who's down with the channel, you already know there's more of us members working in the background. We do various things. If you're on Forza, just type in IGZ when you buy a car. You might get something. I don't know. Anyway, Xbox Gamescom 2015. I think that happened, I don't know, like Tuesday or something like that. Me being a PlayStation dude of the video, I automatically assumed RZA was going to come through with the 1-2 punch. He's been extremely busy, but you know, he always finds time to beat his chest when it's time for the Microsoft horn. Not just Xbox horn. This dude's Windows, Microsoft, Zoom, tablet, slate, whatever. He's pretty much Windows Phone, Windows Mobile. So I left it open. I had a video in the back end. I had let that go. I got a couple other videos in the back end. I let that go. The last video I let go was the Battlefield in 2016, you know, and I shared my thoughts about how I really feel about that. So if you haven't had a chance, you'll see the link in the description below and you can go check that out. But as me being a PlayStation dude and continuing to see the headlines going on about Gamescom, one thing is very distinct, very prevalent, and what's happening is that PlayStation is not there. Now we know PlayStation is not there. That was official that they backed out. But I kind of wanted to shed some light on what this means, and the tables could be turning. I mean, we talk about this 25 million sold and versus I think 13 million sold or 15 million sold by now on Xbox, and how they keep selling them at, you know, prices less than $5 hookers. But that's besides the point. Also, shout out to everybody who bought an Xbox without the Kinect, and now you're realizing that your experience could be better with the Kinect. It's a big difference. As a PlayStation dude, I told you guys it's a big difference, especially when I got my Xbox. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about a few things with this topic, and I'm just going to run through some of the stuff that I saw at Xbox Gamescom, and I'm not going to go too in depth, but I just want to highlight some of the things that I thought was pretty dope. For those who don't know, Rare Replay is out now, which is celebrating about 3 decades of their games. Some of you might be like, well, what the fuck is Rare Replay? Just know that Rare is responsible for a lot of good shit, you know what I mean, including Perfect Dark Zero. Technically, it was responsible for, the engine behind our most loved shooter, which is called 007 GoldenEye, which was a spin-off system that Timesplitters used, which is also an amazing game. And I just want to stop there also with Battletoads. And the reason why I stopped there with Battletoads is because Rare is responsible for Killer Instinct, and Killer Instinct just put out their season 3. To me, season 3 of a game where you actually have seasons in it and shit's actually happening, that's how you do a season pass. So season 3 using Battletoad character Rash, and from what I saw, it looked like he fits right in. He looked like he fit right in. Now, I know I'm fantasy talking right now, but I think God of War would look amazing in Killer Instinct. I'm just saying. So then they went and talked about Quantum Break, and for the first time, Quantum Break, since I've seen it, since it was announced, Quantum Break looks like something to pay attention to. If you have not seen that trailer that they did at Gamescom 2015, I suggest checking out that trailer and forget everything you've seen prior to that. That trailer right there, that gameplay trailer right there, looks like something that I'm not saying you should buy, but at least pay attention to. Then they talked about Crackdown 3, which we already know was about. And so, you know, I know a lot of customers of the Crackdown series love Crackdown 1. Felt like Crackdown 2 was like Dead Island Riptide in terms of that series. So Crackdown 3 seems to be having a lot of interesting things going on it. And the main thing is, you know, more destruction in Battlefield 4 and Hardline combined. Yes, I took shots. Talk about 100% destruction, also running off the cloud. I will wait to another opportunity to attack anything referring to the cloud. Plus, there's going to be some multiplayer co-op stuff going on. That's that. Then another game, which to me seemed more like a PlayStation game that would run well in that PlayStation environment, and even Nintendo, was the Scalebound. And you know, that's gonna have 4-player co-op, and it's basically about a boy and his dragon go around fucking shit up. Now the boy, the guy, the man, the character, he kind of seemed like a mixture of Dante from Devil May Cry and Drake from Uncharted. So it's like their nephew or some shit, you know, you never know. And then Xbox paused from the gaming a little bit and started to talk about a bunch of entertainment features that gamers don't care about, but tech people love. And that is not a diss. If you are a tech person and you love tech and gaming, I've always said this, Xbox has that experience kind of like on Smash, especially when it comes down to, you know, their new features of recording DVR functionality with zero experience impact to your console while you're doing. You can also record shows on the fly. You can record entire series now. You know, that's a function that was missing, and I'm kind of interested and curious on how that's going to be done, where it's going to be saved to. Is it being saved to the hard drive? Like, you know, they didn't say too much about it, but I'm sure that information will come out. And the one thing that I appreciate is that this is a subscription-free service, because they don't want the paywall to stop people from buying the Xbox to use this for this function. You see what I'm going at with that? They working. Took them long enough. They also have this Xbox chat pad coming out, which is pretty dope. I was wondering what took them so long. And they also have 2 buttons on there that you can program. And for you guys who like to say Xbox record that and you don't have a Kinect, you can program the 2 buttons, one to be a screenshot, the other one to be record that. And that right there, my friends, is a game changer, because I think the PlayStation share button needs to be revisited. Also, if you're trying to save a video clip, the thing that you have to do really takes you out the action like it was on the Xbox. So that's a good fix. The problem is you got to buy a chat pad. And for me, it's a little hard to buy a chat. I mean, I'm not considered buying the chat pad, but for me, it's kind of hard to buy the chat pad when you know you have a tablet to do it. And for me, I just say Xbox record that. And I use the mobile app to type people on Xbox anyway. You know, they're talking about how games with gold will be basically everything that you download through Games with Gold. When the Xbox compatibility function is fully live and fully up and running, all those games will be available to you. So all you have to do is download them. I keep telling you, download them. You got an Xbox account, you can sign up to Xbox.com if you got rid of your 360. Download the fucking games. It's not going to hurt you. And if you are on a 360 and you do not own an Xbox One, what you can do is download the Xbox One games, add them to your library from your 360 or from the website, and when you get your Xbox One, you can just go to the store and download them. They will be there. People not telling you these things. You know, there's a few other things that's going on with Xbox compatibility. I think that will be up and running up in November, I believe they said, and there will be a new user UDI, so be on the lookout for that. I also think that's going to be in November, and it's going to be more uniting of the Windows 10 experience, which, depending on what they are talking about, can be a good thing. If they're talking about the wrong thing, it will be a terrible thing. Then these guys went ahead and showed a bunch of ID games, and for the record, you guys heard me bitch about this, and I mean it with respect, about fucking dinosaur games. And now that we have a dinosaur survival game, which Frankie on 1080 PC, I first seen him play, called Ark Survivor Evolve or some shit like that. So it's a survival dinosaur game, and I mean, let's just cut the shit, people. Let's just let this die. I kind of want survival games to die, and I kind of want the dinosaur craze to die. We all know if Far Cry isn't doing it, we would love to see Battlefield do it, but if Far Cry doesn't do a DLC based on that, I don't want to see it. Dark Souls 3 I can't mention it, but I can't not mention it, so I just did it. But Homefront The Revolution, yeah, you guys know how I feel about Homefront. It's a love-hate relationship. I kind of wanted a specific group to pick that up, but they didn't. And I look forward to that. And for some strange reason, the Xbox One beta is exclusive, coming winter this year. And I think it'll be the co-op multiplayer shit. And actually, speaking of Far Cry, that co-op and a little bit of more so the co-op was looking like Outposts and whatever that the Ubisoft franchise uses for like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed and some other shit. Then there was some FIFA shit that had a bunch of Xbox crap tied to it. And of course, you know, they had a Halo Guardian thing. Excuse me as I sip this. That is 4C iced tea. Yeah, so Halo 5 Guardians. I'm not going to talk too much about that. What I do want to talk about is that console, that 1 terabyte console. That thing was pretty. Let me tell you, man, that thing was pretty. If you have not bought an Xbox One yet, there is no shortage of consoles coming this holiday season or gaming season that's about to come that isn't pretty. To buy a regular Xbox, you must be buying one at a crazy low price or one with the Kinect, because oh my god, these things are looking good. You got the Forza one, you got this Halo one, you have what's the other one? You got the not the Call of Duty one. You got the what's the other one? There's another one. I'll get it up. I'll find them out. I'm gonna do a video to wrap up all these consoles that's coming, because they're wrapped pretty nice. I wouldn't be surprised if the following year there'd be a Gears of War's one, because Gears of War's one seems to always do well. Should have been a Star Wars one. Let's just put that out there. EA and Microsoft. And you know, at the end of the show, they announced Halo Wars 2 coming, fall 2016. That's a big deal. You know, they showed Just Cause, they showed Rainbow Six, and there was nothing really to talk about there. But the Forza Motorsport 6, they coming up on their 10th year, and Forza Motorsport 6 is looking pretty good. The one thing that I can say that I kind of understand, that I know kind of went over a few people's heads, general people heads, maybe they don't play Forza enough or play enough games to understand what that meant, was the multiplayer leagues, which is based off of speed times and professionalism, you know, basically how you score. So you can play in ranked rooms, and I credit this to SOCOM. I'm not saying that's where they got this from, but this was my first instincts of this. And SOCOM, if you had about 7 rooms. You had the rookie room, you know what I mean, to get to rank 1. Then you had a rank 1, a rank 2, a rank 3, a rank 4, and a rank 5. I'm just using this for an example. There's way more ranks than that, right? So once you get to rank 5 and you do very well there, like you beasting at the game, you will be able to qualify for the E-Seals room, which is the elite of the elite of the elite. And E-Seals there is no jokers in E-Seals. Like, everybody's there. This is life. And then the other rooms, which is a slew of these rooms, was anybody get it room. You know what I mean? So this multiplayer leagues thing is reminiscent of that. And let me tell you how I translate that for a car game. Especially ones where these guys like to act like these are their real fucking cars and drive professional. This is amazing for them, because those guys get stuck in rooms with me. I get stuck in rooms with them. None of us is having a good time. I like to trade paint. I got money, I got insurance. I change my insurance every 2 days when it comes to this car gaming shit. You know what I mean? Right now I got general insurance and I'm ready to fucking crash into somebody. I'm in a room with RZA, the Microsoft whore. I bump him when he see me in the streets. He's ready to throw hands. And I'm like, yo, bro, that's fucking digital currency. I got that, B. Like, come on. I put this red PlayStation car all over your green Xbox car. Like, it's nothing. Don't worry. I know it's blue, but we being evil today. So, you know what I mean? This keeps people in line to drive with other players that are like-minded with them, and keep the races tight by also putting them in the same skill set. Now, the Drivatars thing is an amazing piece of work. So I'm assuming that this technology can figure out who are these people and put them in these races together. I'm sure they're gonna have these loose rooms open again, because how else would I be able to play with RZA, Soul Shifter, you know, Rodimus Prime, Casper, Neff, Link, Skyline, who else? I'm forgetting names, but that's the whole IGZ team. These dudes make me step up to the plate. And Egga, you know what I mean, the homie Egga, Fuse as I like to call him. These guys make me step up to the plate, and I go to Drive Club to come back to wax them. Maybe not wax, but you know, I stay on their bump a little bit. Shout out to Drive Club, 2 million sold. Anyway, your boy RZA will be coming through doing a full out video on the things that he wants to talk about. I may pull some stuff in and out. Gamescom is still going on. I saw some amazing stuff from Need for Speed, and I hope they gave more details. I'm hoping that they drip the details out, because it is getting close. People forget that that game is coming out this year. This fall lineup, holiday lineup, gaming season 2015 is starting to look really crowded, people. This is the second time I'm saying that on video. It's crowded. Be careful. Alright? Your boy Snow, Ignorant Gamers, and I'm out. Peace.